Dear friends, welcome once again to this little space where we explore gentle yet deeply important ways to stay healthy and live fully after the age of 60. Today, I want to share with you a topic that few people ever speak about directly. The meat you eat every day may be quietly making you weaker, without you even noticing. Have you ever felt that, even though you're eating full meals and choosing healthy foods, your body still feels weaker, your skin thinner, your limbs less flexible, or your mind foggy and forgetful? The answer might be sitting right there on your dinner plate. According to Tufts Medical Center in the United States, after the age of 60, our digestive system, heart, and nervous system become much more sensitive to saturated fats, nitrites, and processed proteins. What used to be nutritious in your 30s can now trigger inflammation, break down muscle tissue, and even increase your risk of stroke. The surprising part is, most of the harmful meats are so familiar that you might be eating them every single day. In this video, I will share with you the 4 worst types of meat that people over 60 should never touch, and 4 types of meat you should eat every day if you want to preserve memory, keep your joints healthy, and stay energized for the long run. Don't miss the final part, because I'll reveal the one type of meat that can improve memory by up to 44% in just 2 months, according to a study from Harvard. If you think this topic is important, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our future health updates. And if you're curious about the meat you eat each day, leave its name in the comments below. I read every single response. As we age, choosing the right type of meat not only helps maintain muscle strength and protect the heart, but also improves memory and slows down the aging process. Not all meat is harmful. In fact, some types, when eaten regularly each week, can help older adults live healthier, sleep better, and move more easily. Below are 4 types of meat that have been scientifically proven to be both nutritious and safe, and they are well worth adding to your daily meals. 1. Wild salmon, the meat of circulation and memory. When Linda, 68, living in Oregon, received a small oven from her son, along with a note saying, "Mom, try baking salmon instead of frying meat," she laughed. But after just 6 weeks of eating salmon 3 times a week, she felt completely different. "My hands no longer go numb in the morning, and my memory is noticeably clearer." Even my doctor was surprised. She said, "Wild salmon is one of the richest meats in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA and EPA, 2 nutrients that are extremely important for people over 60, according to research from Harvard Medical School. The omega-3s in salmon reduce blood vessel inflammation, improve memory, and help regulate heart rhythm, lowering the risk of heart failure by up to 35% in older adults. In addition, salmon is high in vitamin D, B12, selenium, and astaxanthin, nutrients that boost immunity, reduce oxidative stress, and support muscle tissue repair. A 100-gram serving of grilled salmon contains over 2,200 milligallons of omega-3s, 20 grams of protein, and only about 120 calories. To get the most benefit, choose wild-caught salmon and avoid farmed varieties. Try baking it with cilantro, lemon, and olive oil, and enjoy it for lunch or dinner 2 to 3 times per week. After the age of 60, the body begins to slow down in its metabolism. Detoxification becomes less efficient, and internal organs become more sensitive than before. That is why eating the wrong type of meat not only causes weight gain, but also worsens heart disease, blood pressure issues, kidney problems, and joint pain. Below are 4 types of meat that may seem familiar but are extremely dangerous for older adults. If they still appear regularly in your meals, it may be time to make a change. 1. Industrial pork sausages, a chemical bomb in your breakfast. Mr. David, who lives in the state of Missouri, used to start every morning with 2 pan-fried pork sausages, paired with white bread and eggs. I always thought that was a traditional American breakfast, until my doctor told me I was damaging my liver and intestines every single day. He shared, after a kidney function test revealed he was at high risk. He finally made a change. He recalled symptoms like mild morning nausea, bloating, fatigue, and frequent nighttime urination had been present for a long time. But he never imagined they could be connected to sausages. Industrial pork sausages often contain high amounts of nitrites and nitrates, which are used to preserve the meat and maintain its color. Once inside the body, especially in older adults with slower digestion and weaker detoxification systems, these compounds can convert into nitrosamines, a group of chemicals that cause colon and kidney cancer. According to a report from BMC Medicine 2022, eating just 2 sausage links per week increases the risk of colon cancer by 22% and kidney failure by 16%. These numbers are not just statistics on paper. Hospitals across the United States have reported a sharp rise in chronic gastrointestinal inflammation and metabolic disorders in people over 60 who eat processed meat for breakfast. In addition, sausages contain 3 to 5 times more salt than the recommended daily intake, leading to high blood pressure, water retention that causes leg swelling, and damage to blood vessel walls. Older bodies already struggle to eliminate excess sodium, so just 1 serving of sausage can lead to rapid heartbeat, insomnia, and lingering fatigue. If you are living with diabetes, hypertension, or high cholesterol, this type of meat can greatly increase the risk of clogged arteries, stroke, and heart failure, especially when combined with white bread and cooking oil. What seems like a convenient breakfast can actually become a slow poison for your body. 2. Free-range chicken, a clean protein source for bones and joints. Henry, 73, from Kansas, used to suffer from arthritis and had to take pain medication every day. After joining a community nutrition group, he began cooking with cleaner ingredients, including free-range chicken simmered with turmeric and onions. After just 3 months, I was able to stop almost all my meds, and walking became much easier. What surprised him most was not only the improvement in his knees, but also how his sleep became deeper. Morning fatigue reduced, and his mood felt more balanced. Unlike industrial chicken, free-range chickens are not injected with hormones. They get regular movement and eat natural grains, which results in lower omega-6 levels and higher antioxidants, helping to calm inflammation in the body. This is an important factor because many studies show that a high omega-6 ratio in older adults' diets may increase the risk of joint pain and heart disease. According to research from Tufts University, the protein in free-range chicken helps preserve muscle and increase bone density by 15% more effectively than conventional chicken. In addition, this type of protein is easier to digest and less likely to cause bloating, a major benefit for people over 60 with sensitive digestive systems. A serving of free-range chicken breast provides 20 grams of protein, along with vitamin B6 niacin and choline, all of which boost metabolism, stabilize blood sugar, and support liver function. These nutrients also enhance nervous system activity, improve memory, and reduce the risk of cognitive decline in older adults. When cooking, it's best to keep the skin on and either steam or roast the meat to preserve healthy fats that aid in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like D and K. These vitamins play an essential role in maintaining bone health, immune function, and proper blood clotting, especially important for seniors who are more prone to deficiencies, if possible. Make soup or broth using the bones of free-range chicken to add natural collagen, a key factor in supporting joint flexibility and firmer skin over time. 2. Cold cuts and packaged deli meats. Convenient, but silently harmful. Do you often buy pre-packaged deli meats like ham, sliced chicken, or smoked beef for sandwiches? Mrs. Susan from Florida used to love eating ham and cheese sandwiches so much that they became her go-to lunch every day. But after being diagnosed with early-stage heart failure at the age of 67, she discovered that this very habit was the cause. Most packaged deli meats are highly processed, packed with salt, sugar, artificial coloring, preservatives, and synthetic phosphates, Compounds like sodium nitrite, when combined with amino acids in meat, can form nitrosamines, which damage cells and increase the risk of stomach and liver cancer. A 2020 study published in the International Journal of Epidemiology involving over 40,000 people over the age of 60 found that eating deli meats more than 4 times a week increased the risk of heart failure by 24%, and all-cause early death by up to 19%. Even more concerning, the phosphates in deli meats can affect bones and kidneys, especially in older adults who already have low bone density and reduced kidney function. If you are living with diabetes, high blood pressure, or osteoporosis, this seemingly light type of meat is actually a silent killer. 2.3. Grass-fed beef, a zinc and B12 bank for aging bodies. Dr. Cynthia Hall from California once shared, "Many of my elderly patients come in complaining of fatigue, hair loss, brittle nails, and slow memory. When tested, most of them are deficient in iron and vitamin B12, and one solution I often recommend is eating grass-fed beef in moderate portions." Grass-fed beef is completely different from industrial beef. It contains 4 times more CLA conjugated linoleic acid, a compound that helps reduce visceral fat, fight inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity. It also provides 40% more heme iron, zinc, and vitamin B12, which are essential for red blood cell production, maintaining muscle strength and supporting memory function. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), adults over 60 need at least 2.4 micrograms of vitamin B12 per day, but most only absorb about 1/3 if the source is low-quality food. A 100-gram serving of grass-fed beef delivers nearly 2.6 micrograms of B12, 4 milligrams of iron, and 25 grams of easily absorbed protein. The best way to consume it is by choosing moderately lean cuts like sirloin, cooking it medium, pairing it with leafy green vegetables, and limiting intake to no more than 3 times per week, while avoiding white bread or processed sauces on the side. 3. Fried chicken, the crunch that can wear down your arteries. Few things are as tempting as a golden, crispy piece of fried chicken, especially during weekend meals or grocery outings. But Dr. James Franklin at Ohio Community Hospital warns that fried chicken, especially from fast food restaurants, may be one of the hidden causes behind strokes, joint pain, and memory loss in older adults. Fried chicken is typically soaked in industrial vegetable oils, such as soybean oil and corn oil, at high temperatures, producing trans fats and toxic compounds like acrylamide and AG, advanced glycation end products. These substances increase systemic inflammation, damage blood vessels, raise bad cholesterol, and break down collagen in joints and skin. A 2020 study in BMJ involving 107,000 women found that eating fried chicken more than once a week increased the risk of death by 13% and heart attacks by 12%, especially in women over the age of 60. Additionally, the crispy coating on fried chicken is usually made with refined white flour, salt, and sugar, causing a sudden spike in blood sugar and accumulation of visceral fat, which in turn leads to insulin resistance and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. If you are dealing with joint problems, heart conditions, or blood sugar issues, this is the first food you should cross off your list. 4. Organic chicken liver, a food that speeds up recovery and rejuvenation. When Martha, a 65-year-old retired nurse from New Jersey, started eating grilled chicken liver with cilantro and ginger once a week, she never expected that her hair loss and frequent dizziness would significantly decrease after just 2 months. Before that, I always thought organ meats were something to avoid. Now, it's my go-to dish every week. Organic chicken liver is one of the richest sources of vitamin A, heme iron, B12 folate, and choline, all of which boost blood production, protect the nervous system, and support healthy skin, eyes, and hair. A study by the Harvard School of Public Health found that eating chicken liver once a week helps improve neurological function, prevent anemia, and support tissue regeneration in older adults. However, due to its very high vitamin A content, older adults should limit intake to 50 to 70 grams per serving, no more than 1 to 2 times per week. Be sure to choose organic liver to avoid potential toxins found in industrially raised chickens. Pairing liver with cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli or kale helps balance vitamin levels and reduce absorption of bad cholesterol. Have you ever tried these meats in their natural form? If not, which one would you like to start with? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 4. Skinless industrial chicken breast. Clean, but lifeless. It may seem like the healthiest choice, but skinless industrial chicken breast, often promoted as low-fat and high-protein, can actually cause deficiencies in healthy fats and fat-soluble vitamins, and lead to muscle loss and weakened immunity in older adults. Elizabeth, age 71, living in Arizona. Used to eat boiled chicken breast every day, thinking it was part of a clean diet. But after 1 year, she developed anemia, dry skin, chronic fatigue, and persistent joint pain. In reality, most industrial chicken breasts come from concentrated animal feeding operations, where chickens are fed genetically modified soy, antibiotics, and growth hormones, leading to toxic residues in the meat. A 2021 report from Consumer Reports found that 60% of supermarket chicken breast samples contained antibiotic-resistant bacteria, increasing the risk of difficult-to-treat infections in older adults. Moreover, this overly lean white meat lacks the essential fats needed to absorb vitamins D, E, and K, all crucial for bone, nerve, and immune health. Eating too much chicken breast may also destabilize blood sugar levels due to the absence of balanced fats and fiber. A study by AJCN 2018 found that older adults who ate skinless chicken breast 5 times a week had a 16% higher rate of muscle loss compared to those who ate a balanced mix of meats. Instead of relying solely on chicken breast, diversify your protein sources and choose free-range chicken with skin, prepared with vegetables and healthy fats like olive oil or organic plant-based butter. Are you currently eating one of these 4 types of meat? If so, have you noticed any impact on your health? After everything we have explored together today, I believe you now clearly see that good health in later years doesn't depend solely on medication, but also on what we put into our bodies each day. A single piece of meat, a meal that seems harmless, could silently be causing chronic inflammation, digestive issues, memory decline, or joint pain. But fortunately, food is also the key that can help us heal, recover, and live healthier every single day. You don't need to change your entire diet overnight. Just start with one small change. Gradually cut back on processed meats and replace them with wild salmon or free-range chicken. Over time, you will begin to feel subtle yet lasting shifts in your body: deeper sleep, clearer memory, reduced pain, and a sense of control you might have thought was gone after turning 60. I hope you'll continue to walk with me on this journey of caring for our health in old age with wisdom, intention, and self-compassion. If today's message was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because I'll be sharing more simple but practical tips to help you eat well, sleep peacefully, stay healthy, and enjoy life. What type of meat are you currently eating from today's list? Have you ever tried any of the golden choices we discussed? Leave a comment and share your story. I'm always here to listen. If you're ready, let's continue this journey, one small step, one mindful meal at a time, to live healthier, fuller, and more meaningfully every day.